All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Thank y'all so much for coming over. Now, listen, I don't know this to be true. I'm just trying to inform myself. Beyonce caught living with Bodyguard. Divorce is imminent. Imminent. Let me just say allegedly. All right. But boy. You know, these celebrities, you just never know. You never know. But hey, we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
Okay, can I just say that everything I'm finding out about Beyonce and Jay-Z in the last couple of days has been against my will? What do you mean Beyonce was allegedly caught living with her bodyguard? Is she like moving forward with the divorce already? And why are we also finding out just recently about a relationship Jay-Z had with his mentor Jaz-O? And they are about to throw Jay-Z under the bus with these divorce rumors, y'all, because it looks like Bey's PR team is putting it out there that Tina Knowles is the one who forced Beyonce to get married to Jay-Z. Baby, y'all may need to collect your jaws, your edges, and everything else because this.
Again, we all know that it's been rumored that it's a business relationship. They say a lot of people kind of do that. The Kardashians do it. Yeah. But they got kids. Well, I know this video. My jaw about to drop.
This one is messy as hell. So to start us off, let's get into how Mama Bear Tina Knowles allegedly forced Beyonce to marry Jay-Z. Well, there's a recent blind that has been making rounds claiming that the only reason Beyonce got married to Jay-Z was because she was forced to do so by Tina. Whatever is in this blind is not necessarily new because it's all stuff we have seen before, but it says this globally adored pop star is widely seen as one of the most powerful and influential women in the world. Her marriage to a rap mogul has been long praised as the pinnacle of black love and empire building. But behind closed doors, it's anything but a fairy tale. What most people don't know is that the superstar never truly wanted this relationship to begin with. In fact, the marriage and even the relationship itself was something she was pushed into by none other than her mother. The superstar was barely 19 years old when the rapper, then in his early 30s, took a keen interest in her. At the time, she was still finding her voice, still figuring out her identity, and unsure about getting involved with a man nearly 13 years her senior. The blind item then continues and adds, insiders say the superstar.
And allegedly, she was even younger than that. Just saying.
Was hesitant from the beginning. She knew about his reputation, the women, the questionable past, and the power imbalance, and voiced her discomfort to her mother. But instead of supporting her, her mother quickly shut her down. Her mother, who had long been managing her career, saw the relationship as a strategic business move. She allegedly told her daughter that being with the mogul would solidify her career and put her on another level, essentially making her untouchable in the industry. The mother was focused on creating an empire and believed aligning her daughter with the rap mogul would do just that. Even when the superstar admitted she wasn't sure she even liked him like that, her mother dissed her. And so, despite her hesitation, the young singer went along with it. But what she didn't know at the time was just how dark her future husband's past was, and how it would come back to haunt her. Well, I know it's probably just speculation at this point, but would you be surprised if Tina actually forced Beyonce to get married to Jay-Z? What I'm personally more curious about is why this is coming up now. Well, I've seen people suggesting that this is a move by Beyonce's team as she prepares to finally divorce Jay-Z. So they're just bringing this narrative of Mama Tina up to make it look like Beyonce never had a choice. But reportedly, after years of persevering, Beyonce is just done. Done. Again, we've talked about how Bey and Jay-Z's marriage has been rocky for years now, a couple of times. So the divorce would also not be surprising. In fact, there have been reports claiming that Jay-Z and Beyonce have been living separately for a while now, and the rift probably happened sometime before 2014. There were even reports that after several cheating escapades, Beyonce set strict rules for Jay-Z, and an insider said Jay's ultimately very grateful that she didn't give up on him back in the day.
So like everything that's been going on recently, all the rumors, all the alleged things against Jay-Z is very damaging to Beyonce. Although there has been things that have been alleged against her too. And I'm just wondering because her connections, because she's tied to Jay-Z. But my whole thing is like, it's gonna be, I feel like, gonna be too hard to separate herself from him. Cause like I'm just saying, if all of this stuff against him comes out to be true, they're gonna be like, you knew. So
shows his respect by following her rules. He used to go out with the boys all the time, but that's off limits. And Beyonce doesn't like him having one-on-ones with his female talent. Well, it looks like nothing appears to be working, and Beyonce has decided she might as well just live her life in peace. Which brings us to this next allegation. The person keeping her sheets warm is none other than her very handsome bodyguard, Julius DeBoer. Now, y'all have definitely seen him standing, looking, observing, and protecting Beyonce since like 2008. Whether it's an award show or a chill public appearance, Julius is always there. In fact, he's become such a huge part of Beyonce and Jay-Z's life over the years that he's developed his own mini fan base. In terms of his personal life, it's been reported that he speaks 5 languages, is divorced, and has a daughter. Well, Julius has also made headlines a few times in the past for allegedly being romantically involved with Beyonce. For instance, there's a blind that said, "It's about time she got back at her husband. This A-plus list singer is hooking up with her bodyguard." Apparently, the husband is afraid of the guy, which probably helps. And this is just one of the many blinds that have suggested over the years that there's something romantic going on between the two. Some people have actually said that they believe Beyonce and Julius have been involved in the past only because of the pictures where he was coming out of the hotel behind Beyonce with lip.
So do you guys think that, and again, all this stuff is alleged, but is that the agreement? Like, she can be with the bodyguard, but her and Jay-Z could still look like they're together, just this strategic move for business. You know what I mean? They go on trips together and Jay-Z's somewhere and she's, I know if true, I know it's extremely hard to pull off with paparazzi,
Stick on his lips. Well, allegedly, a few years back, Jay-Z definitely
Wait,
thought that there was.
What'd she say?
Julius have been involved in the past only because of the pictures where he was coming out of the hotel behind Beyonce with lipstick on his lips. Well, allegedly, a few years back, Jay-Z definitely thought that there was and may still be something romantic going on between Bey and Julius. And an insider said that he wanted to fire Julius, but Beyonce said, "Julius isn't going anywhere." So based on reports, they've become so close in the last couple of months, which is why Julius broke character and visibly celebrated Beyonce's win at the Grammys. In the footage of the moment that Beyonce's Cowboy Carter was announced as the Recording Academy's Album of the Year, Julius immediately hops up from his perch behind Bey and Jay's table as he prepares to follow her up the stage, and fans spotted a smile on his face. I mean, it's possible that he was just genuinely happy for his boss, but to some people, this proved that he's becoming a little too comfortable, even in public. There have actually been a couple of more speculations about Beyonce and Julius, with some sources reporting that Bey and her bodyguard are going to ride off into the sunset, and you won't see her more than once a year or so out in the wild. In fact, if word on the street is anything to go by, allegedly, they have been spending days continuously together, and it's no longer just random hookups here and there. Child, I don't know what to think of all these bodyguard rumors, but I'll tell you this, it's not the only Carter's tea making rounds. Apparently, people are just finding out recently that Jay-Z and his mentor Jaz-O may have had a physically intimate relationship. Honey, let me just give you a bit of background first. So Jay-Z and Jaz-O met as kids in Marcy Projects and quickly bonded over their love of rhyming. In fact, while speaking about the connection, Jay wrote in his 2010 book Decoded, "I connected with an older kid who had a reputation as the best rapper in Marcy. Jazz was his name, and we started practicing our rhymes into a heavy tape recorder with a makeshift mic attached." Apparently, they would freestyle and battle for hours together, pushing the limits of one another's vocabularies and backing each other up in local battles on the block. Jazz got the first big break of the two, securing a solo deal with EMI, which released his debut, Word to the Jazz, in 1989. He actually kept Jay by his side as a hype man and partner in rhyme throughout his deal, putting him on his early singles like Hawaiian Sophie and The Originators. Based on reports, as part of his EMI deal, Jazz went on a trip to London to record his new album, and Jay made the trip along with a young Irv Gotti, narrowly avoiding a federal raid back in the US, which he said would have prematurely ended his rap dreams without a reasonable doubt. Well, unfortunately, Jazz's deal did not work out, but Jay used the experience as a lesson about how ruthless the industry is to artists. Eventually, Eventually, Jay-Z got his break as well, but somewhere down the line, Jaz and Jay had a nasty beef and fell out. Then Jay's historic beef with Nas poured gasoline on the flames that were already flaring when Nas mentioned Jaz multiple times in his rap battle with Jay, accusing Jay-Z of biting Jaz's name and style and mocking his Hawaiian Sophie days as Jaz's sidekick. What followed after that was years of digs and disses that Jaz admitted really hurt his feelings.
As far as feeling, yeah, it was hard. It was difficult listening to that because it felt like it was him, obviously, but it felt like a stranger. And one more thing that I feel is important is that I understood his position to a point. Not saying I agree with it, but I understood his position because he's got this, everybody, all the time. Before the status that we see now, he had that all the time because the main thing was even into the late 90s, it was still Jaz and Jay-Z.
But in April 2019, Jaz announced a distribution deal under Hov's Roc Nation label, seemingly confirming that they had squashed their beef. The deal gave Jaz's Kings County Media Group equity distribution through the Roc Nation imprint, and that put a happy ending to their journey. But here's where it gets interesting. Allegedly, the beef that was going on had something to do with a romantic fallout between the two. I know this may seem like news to a lot of people, but apparently, people who were around in the 90s know about the rumors, and a few have actually confirmed that there were speculations that the two were physically intimate. Well, Jay-Z has done a pretty good job, as always, to remove such speculations and blogs about their rumored relationship from the internet. But the allegations resurfaced again recently when reports started making rounds saying that a reporter almost died because they asked Jay-Z about the rumored relationship.
Jeez.
Now, we've also had stories about how Jay-Z has always been on the DL. So again, this may not be surprising to a lot of people. In fact, nothing surprises us about the Carters anymore. Tina forcing Beyonce to marry Jay-Z, Beyonce possibly now living with Julius, Beyonce's PR coming up with stories that will justify her imminent divorce is honestly all believable. But you let me know what you think in the comments section below.
I'll always get conflicted as far as what's the whole truth. See, I'm the type of person that I'm just more of a realist, and being a realist, my mind always go to, hey, I can't put nothing past these people. You know what I mean? Like the truth wouldn't be shocking, surprising, but not shocking. So my whole thing is like, I could see this happening. There's a lot of stories of bodyguards getting intimate with the people they're protecting. You see movies about it. Hell, I mean, you had the whole Whitney Houston, Kevin Costner. You can see it happening. Only thing that makes it tough is because of how powerful Jay-Z is, the position of power that he's in. And would he let this slide? And it's like, okay, I can let this slide as long as we stay together. So because there's been a lot of rumors about these two, a lot. So my whole thing is like, if this is the actual business deal, which it always get crazy though because they have kids, unless that's part of it too. This man. Looking at a comment here, it says, it's been going on Beyonce and Julius having a relationship for the longest time. Everyone knows that. Hey, man. Damn. Wait, did Uncle Ron say that? Rest in peace, Uncle Ron. Did he say that? Hey, I had to check this video out. But I mean, the truth is always going to come out somehow, some way. So we'll see. Hey, appreciate y'all coming over and watching, man. Peace out.